Fernando! What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh hey, welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. If you remember last winter, January, we had this snowblower went down on me, and it was all to a gear that had worn out, a bushing and gear that wore out in the front tines of this snowblower. So of course we got the heaviest snowfall we've had in I don't know, a few years anyway. And we had to shovel most of the driveway by hand. Our driveway from the front area to the highway is 360 feet. So we had probably around 400 feet of hand shoveling. It was a pretty good workout. So we went out and picked up another snowblower. This one's a few years old. I've done some work on it. And it's always good to have a backup. And it's always good to kind of know how to repair your equipment. So I'm just going to clean up here, and we'll go out and we'll do a little farm tour, a fall farm tour. So I was just heading in the house to put a few things away, and I don't know if you have them in your area, but look at these guys. So these aren't ladybugs. Actually, there's some inside too. So I'm going to go in the front door. You can just see they're all over the place. So these ones here are called Asian beetles, and they actually sting. Today's the first time, as I was doing some work out there, that I actually got stung by them. So they were apparently brought over, I'm not sure when, in the past, years ago, to take care of the aphid population. And of course they've now run wild. So I took a picture the other day, and as a comparison, because I saw a ladybug, and actually I hadn't even seen a ladybug this year, I've just seen these Asian beetles. So it was interesting, because they were right beside each other, I took a picture and popped it on Facebook. Carl, what are you doing? You having a fight with a tree? And Billy? So the boys are now up front, in the front area where we had the girls, and it's because, yes, I know, I love you too. It's because Carl pushed his way through the gate and got into where the girls are. So we immediately removed him. Back up, I can't even see you. He just wants to come, okay fine, he wants to come and give me a rub. You're a silly boy. Billy, how's the goatee doing? You got a little goatee? Eh? Oh, Carl, you smell. Oh, jeez. Hey, Carl? What? Oh, come on. Yeah, he wants to play. Don't you, bud? So he is going to go in with the girls in when is it? November, mid-November, he's going to go in with the girls, and that's going to give us some spring kids. All right, let's go see the girls, by the way. So these are the only two up front. I'll give you a quick little shot over here. Look at that grass come in. So Tara put down, you can see all the seeds in there, and she just sprinkled those all out, and look at that lush grass grow. So it's doing very well, and that's only been 2 weeks, I think it was. Fernando, are you keeping an eye out for visitors? Hey? You keeping an eye out for visitors? What are you doing, bud? Turkey Day's coming up soon, Thanksgiving. I think we're gonna plan an outing to go out, and maybe that week what we'll do is we'll take you on the road. We'll show you what a live turkey looks like. A lot of people that come to our events that we go to have never seen a live turkey before, so they get a big kick out of it. And we'll be doing something on our Facebook page this winter. We're collecting some photos, and we're going to have a Where is Fernando? So we'll take pictures and see if people can guess where Fernando is. All right, so this area here is now just kind of open. So this is where Carl and Billy were. And this is the gate over here that he pushed in. So it has to be tightened up a little bit. Down here on the bottom, you can see that peg's pushed down. And this, we put some plastic pipe in here and cut it, slid it down, and put it in there as a spacer. But I'll have to tighten it up. Him pushing around is, he was making it loose. Okay, so who do we have here? We have Barry the alpaca, Lucy. How you doing, Lucy? We have Daisy. Wait a minute. Yeah, Petunia. She's they're the sisters, so Snow's little girls, but she has a little bit darker markings on her. Sorry. This here is Barack. Now Barack and the two Thistle and Clover, the two, where are they? Oh, there's one there. Can't tell the difference between the two of them, but it's a different breed. It's a baby doll sheep. And this here is Turbo. And all of the chickens and geese. I don't know if the Canadian geese are going to fly off this year. Are you guys just comfortable where you are here? All the geese and ducks hanging out in this area. And Thistle / Clover went in here, so there'll be both baby dolls in here. Oh, let's back up. So this I discussed last week. We were going to put this on. I did ask Tara to put a time lapse together, maybe, you know, something standing back here, do some kind of time lapse. And apparently, while she couldn't figure out how to do it, she was moving one of the pallets in here, and she pulled it back, tripped, and fell into a pile of mud with the pallet on top of her. So she said, oh, well, I couldn't get the thing working, but it would have been hilarious if it had been running. So this is just all scrap wood that we get from a pallet company. Of course, they can't use this type of stuff for pallets. It's just too weak. But it's great for building shelters and for burning in our wood burning stove. So there's one opening, so it's kind of sheltered, so they can go in out of the wind. And this is Lambert and Carly and Snow, Patches, and Coco back there. And here's the two baby dolls. No, that's baby doll, and that is Tinker. There's the other baby doll. And Blackie's over there. And we have two pigs left, Petey and Piper. This one's Piper. Petey just kind of grunted out. There's Petey. So these guys are up for adoption. They came in last year, and their bellies were actually dragging on the ground. So they're in really good shape now. They're getting a little more friendly. So they're doing well in that aspect. Now, we had a couple head out this past week. So we had Velvet leave with her two kids. So Marl and oh boy, it's losing me now. Marl was one of them. The two brown kids. So they left and they found a home, a family that is moving on to what I understand her husband's parents' old homestead. So they're moving on to that, and they do have a bunch of animals. Marl and Marley, there it is. They do have a bunch of animals there. The only thing they don't have are goats, and I don't believe they have sheep either, but I could be wrong. So they wanted to get some goats on their homestead. So they went off to them, and so we're supposed to be getting some updates. And another two that left this past week were Chunky and Monkey. So if you remember, if you were watching, or if you have binge watched my episodes on the playlists, you will have seen last year, summertime, we had 9 piglets. So we kept 2 of them. We ended up just keeping 2 of them because we couldn't rehome them. We just didn't rehome them. And we felt it was now time to move them out, as well as Petey and Piper. So they are also up for adoption. And we're supposed to be getting, I think, a runt pig, a pink pig, your standard 300-pound pig when full grown. But this one apparently is the size of a pop bottle. So very small, so it looks like we're going to have to do some bottle feeding, possibly. And then there are the, those flies, the Asian beetles. Who else? There is the donkeys. So the 2 donkeys, it was about a month ago, we went and we took a look at the donkeys. We were going to bring them back. We didn't have a trailer. They're arranging a trailer. She's moving out, and those 2 donkeys should be coming here. So we have animals going out, and we have animals coming in. People ask about the horses, of course. And of course, we're not set up to have the horses because we don't have the fields. And it's good if we can send them to a place that they will be taken care of and be used. And that's the most important thing. Lucy, where are you going? So Barry is still a little hand shy, but he's curious to see if I have any food. Do I have any food, Barry? Barry, look. No. It's going to take him a while, isn't it? How are you 2 sisters doing? Look at you. Hey? Okay, so kid goats. Now, when to breed goats? So goats should be bred no earlier than about 18 months. So they are going to be too young to breed, of course, this year. So they will have to go into the building. And the idea is they should be around their 2nd birthday when they kid out. And so, all right, guys. Barry, you're such a character. Oh, look at you. You with your mouth closed. Were you raised in a barn? Oh, probably. Now we have gotten rain over the last week. We're supposed to get some more next week. And in the comments, people have been saying, send the rain my way, send the rain my way. So it has been dry across the country most of the summer. Now we've got a nice windy day. We've got our windmill turning, pumping up water, what little water we have. And we didn't get enough rain to satisfy this end of the pond. Now, it looks like we've got some pigs that were rooting around in this area here. And the fish. So the fish are still in here. And we were going to actually dredge the pond. We might still do that this weekend. So we'll see what happens. It is a little murky. It's kind of green just because of the lack of water and the heat that we had. Which is now cooling off dramatically at night. actually getting close to the freezing point. So the other day, yesterday, Friday morning, I guess it was, I went out to the car, got in the car, started it up, turned on the windshield wipers, and ice on the windshield. So the first day of ice. So it's inevitable, it's coming. What are all you ducks doing? So these are kind of a combination of some are, well, this one here looks rowan. There's some crosses. And they're all hanging out in here. So these ones were from this spring. So they were the chicks, the ducklings that hatched out. We had taken the eggs and given them to a school to hatch out. And when school ended this spring, this summer, I guess, end of June, they brought the ducklings over here, and then this is them. This is the rest of them. Hey, Sarge? Our therapy rooster, Sarge? All right, let's go inside and see what's going on in there. Where are you going? I'm not going to come grab you. So soon it's going to be winter time and cold outside. So we're going to have to start thinking of that. And Tara has already started packing the barn with the hay. So we keep our hay down at another building at the other end of the property. And of course, we're not going to need these stalls here until spring. We will put in some more here, and here are those Muscovy ducks. So if you compare them from the last time, you can see they're just starting to feather in, but they're still pretty small. And of course, these ones I did mention that Tara picked up, and she picked them up from the free weekend. So nice find. And our guineas in here. So we're getting everything all ready for winter time. We've got our fan that's been running all winter. You want to make sure you have great ventilation in your barn, in your chicken area. There's Ezzy. Tina never came back. So we didn't see Ezzy, and I think she got it by a fox or some kind of predator. Now our hen with the pea chicks. How are you doing, Mama? And the little ones. What? What do you want? You got water. You got some chicken scratch. Let me see your babies. Let me see the babies. Here we go. They're growing slowly. So we're gonna do this in next year, or in the next years. I think we're gonna use chickens to do the specialty animals, the specialty birds, like turkeys and peafowl, just because they do such a good job at doing it, and we just haven't had a lot of luck with the incubator. Great for chicken, but you know, ducks are a little bit tougher, and these guys, the peafowl and the turkeys, are just they're the hardest. Fernando. That's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. We've got some animals going out, some other ones coming in. If you have any other ideas for episodes, maybe this winter. Winter can be usually a little cold and want to stay inside. I may try to do the igloo again. Try to build that up. You going to help me this time? No, you're probably going to be in somewhere staying warm, aren't you? So that's it for now. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate the support. And we will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, you silly boy.